Hey, just got back from the Lehigh Valley Toy, Comic, and Card Show, and normally I wouldn't make a video showing what I got, but there was a couple interesting things going on there. So I guess to start with, I'll go over the just standard stuff. I picked up a knockoff figure. It's pretty interesting. I like his V-neck disco shirt. He's a mess, but had to get him. Picked up a classic Strobos for a pretty cheap price. I already had one, but I couldn't really say no to another one. Never know what I could use that for. And I picked up a bumper from the Incredible Crash Dummies with one tire. That was my pretty standard toy show buys, just what you'd buy at any show. And then I found Altered Beast for the Sega Master System, except you open it up, and it's Alien Syndrome, but I didn't have Alien Syndrome, I didn't have the Altered Beast book, so hey, that works out great for me. And then after that, went to the Wolf King / Four Horsemen booth, picked up the Legendary Barbarian, and I finally picked up my first figure from this wave, and I got Sir Gideon, which is a really neat looking figure. I was thinking about picking it up. I was just waiting until I saw him in person. But the really interesting thing going on where there was a fodder table where I pretty much just picked up almost an entire Marley for a custom project I hadn't planned. And didn't have lower legs, or the upper coat. But I thought these legs could work pretty well. But I picked up an extra pair of feet and a neck peg anyways. So much cheaper than picking up another Marley for the custom I had planned. And the rest of these are 3D prints I got from the Wolf King table. And I fully apologize, I don't know who sculpted these or anything, but I picked up the little gnome imp guy here. I thought was fun. And then they had this exclusive print for the show. It's this mule with, I got the decorated feet. You had plain feet, these decorated ones, or ones wearing boots with spikes. And he had a helmet, so that was a fun thing. But the really interesting thing was that I'd never seen them do this before. But they had blind bags of parts that had slight printing errors. And while I've already opened both of these, I thought I could show people what I got out of them. So I bought one of the $20 bags and one of the $10 bags. I might have put some heads back in the wrong bag. So there might be a little bit of confusion, but just so people know, if they do any more shows with these in the future, you have a rough idea what you're going to get. So here's the $20 bag. I got a Cabal shield, which I really don't know what the flaws are. I haven't really picked up on them. I guess, potentially right here, it looks like this kind of didn't fill. But the nice thing I've noticed about most of these things is they're fairly easily fixed. For example, I got this, I assume it's meant to be a Wendigo head. The top of the antlers here didn't fill. There's a lot of things like that. I got this head, and once again, just had a tentacle not fill. So if you have any sculpting experience, once again, see another one, the top of the horn didn't fill in. You can probably fix half these problems, some more complicated than others. For example, here, see these didn't finish up here, but this is all fixable stuff. These are still workable for if you have any sculpting experience. I got this bust, which was from Legion's Con's customizing studio. Works good from the front, but you see the back had a problem there. But I can fix that. I know I can. I'll do something with it. I think I might have to clean these a bit because they feel a bit tacky still. I got this grill head. And there's nothing really majorly wrong with this one other than his one fang didn't fill in there. Got this head again. You see there didn't clean the strut out there because the plume didn't fill in. So it's a lot of these types of issues. And the biggest problem I notice is you get a lot of repeat heads. So this skull with horns, there's two there. What seemingly happened with this one is back on this side, they got a flat plane. I think that's the problem with them because they both have that problem. Got this lady, and I honestly think it's just this is the problem here. That'd be an easy thing to fix with some epoxy, so I'll fix that up. Got this skull where his lower jaw didn't print, but you can actually do something with that. And then got the Wolf King head. You can see the crown didn't fill in up there. And then I got this vulture head, which seemingly has the most problems out of anything here. But that's still not too awful. That could be salvaged. So that was I at least had the $20 bag. I think some of these things in the $10 bag were actually in the $20 bag originally. As you can see, another one, this skull. Which, once again, flat plane there, so that's going to be a problem with that one. Another one with this head. Once again, one of the tentacles didn't fully fill. The gorilla again. Now this one had a problem with his mouth right there, and down here on his lip, it's a bit like it didn't fully fill. It's a bit blobby there. Head, and I'm pretty sure. Let's see. I thought I found what I think went wrong here, but I don't remember what it was at this point. So that one's pretty good. Got one of these. I'm assuming one of the branches just didn't fully complete, but it's still a very strong sculpt. And like a lot of these can just be used as is. Like I'm having a hard time spotting the problem on some of these. Got this head, which I actually thought was really nice. And the worst part is we got like a line separation here. But that would be a super easy fill with epoxy. So I will definitely be fixing that, sanding that. Never mind this gorilla. I think the problem is here we got some holes going in here where it didn't fully fill that area. Got this guy. He has a problem with his mouth. See how it's kind of shiny there? That's easy to fix. Now on this skull. Want to see in that flat plane area. Got another one with this head, and I frankly am not sure what the problem is unless this is a big problem area, because I guess there's just some small holes here and there, but that will be just fine. I actually got two of that head because I bought a couple of the graveyard packs. Then we get more of this head. So yeah, it's just, I assume that flat spot right there, but that's no problem at all. And then another one of this head. And then this head is really nice, which right there has a hole, but once again, it's easy to fix. So that's what I got for 30 bucks from the Blindbags. So I didn't mean to sound like I'm complaining about any of the parts having problems, because that's to be expected. But since I have sculpting experience, and I don't even think some of these you would need sculpting experience, just fill in the holes, that's a good value for 30 bucks. So if they do this again in the future, you might want to grab some. You'll get some repeat heads, obviously like this guy, but I'll figure out something to do with all of them. All right, bye.